BC NDP have made some huge election promises in their platform, mainly on how they're going to make your life less expensive, how they're going to provide better services like hospitals and roads, and how they're going to make housing more affordable. And all for free, guys! The NDP's entire platform is just filled with dreams and socialist fantasies that will just never become a reality. I live in Alberta, where we're managed by an NDP government, and I can tell you right now that the worst thing you can ever hear from them is that they're going to make your life better and easier. It actually just means that they're going to waste lots and lots of your money while driving businesses and jobs that contribute to BC's GDP away. For one, it's not the government's job to take the place of the private sector and promise to create jobs. It is the private sector that does that. And anytime the government says they're going to do something for you, it means it's going to cost you, even if they say it's free. So the BC NDP's top 3 campaign promises involve making your life more affordable, providing services, and creating jobs. Well, the alarm bells should be ringing the moment the government says they're going to make something more affordable, because that just means they're going to use taxpayer money to do it, not cut waste. My first question when looking at their services platform is, who's going to pay for all of this? The BC NDP want to pay for prescription drugs by nationalizing pharmacare. They want to cap tuition fees and provide interest-free loans, along with free English as a second language courses. Except, like I said, that will undoubtedly come at a cost of millions and more to British Columbians. Horgan is even promising affordable housing and says that his party will build over 100,000 new rental, social, and co-op units, plus make it affordable for people to purchase their first home. So now your money will go to paying for homes that people can't afford. Now, I know that BC's housing market is ridiculously difficult to enter, but that doesn't mean that other people should have to pay for someone else's path to serious debt that they can't afford. Will the NDP bail them out with taxpayer money when they can't afford their mortgages too? And then there's the BC NDP jobs plan. Construction jobs account for a significant amount of BC's GDP, so Horgan's plan to add 96,000 of those jobs sounds really amazing, doesn't it? Well, except for the fact that they're all public sector jobs to build all of the expensive schools, hospitals, housing, roads, and transit that the NDP are promising and that you're also paying for. Those are all public jobs, so that means that you're going to pay for those on top of all of the costs to actually build all this stuff too. Rachel Notley did the same thing in Alberta. Public sector jobs skyrocketed to create the impression that they were offering more services and doing a great job while hundreds of thousands of people were unemployed. Meanwhile, we're still borrowing money to operate those services now. Instead of backing projects like the Trans Mountain Pipeline that are being proposed by private companies that will create jobs that won't cost you a dime, the NDP opts to give more of your money to their pals in the union. They do have to try to secure that vote for the next election though, right? So why not dole out thousands of jobs that come along with fat pensions all on the taxpayer? What's really telling is that John Horgan himself says that talking about how to pay for services like healthcare isn't something to do during an election campaign, which tells me that he doesn't know where the money is coming from, which tells me that they're expecting people to not do their research and expect all of this free stuff that's not really free. It tells me that British Columbia is going to take on some serious debt and life is about to get way more expensive because the BC NDP is going to have to find a way to pay for all of this stuff if the choice is them in the election. We got a carbon guilt tax that's not doing anything to lower temperatures here in Alberta, so there's no telling what new and creative ways the BC NDP will come up with to screw people out of more of their money. The NDP are all the same. All British Columbians need to do is take a jog down memory lane back to the 90s when the NDP destroyed their province, and now to the east, to Alberta, where they're at it again. BC is the most prosperous province in Canada, and the BC NDP want to turn it into a socialist welfare state, all on the taxpayer dime. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. Have you heard about Vancouver Mayor Gregor Robertson's ban on natural gas? It's all part of this green energy strategy that will only punish citizens and businesses. Visit badidea.ca to sign our petition to let the mayor know that you're against this ridiculous ban.